Welcome back to consecutive day 951 of a diary of a runpreneur. So today I'm going to be talking about goal tracking, how I do it, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about the plans for the year in this episode, but the process of goal tracking. So please give this a subscribe, share, like, and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can get involved, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 951 of a diary of a runpreneur. So we're fast approaching 1,000 consecutive days, which will be, I think, on the 25th of February. It's only about 6 or 7 weeks away now, I think, off the top of my head. So we're getting close, and we're still early part of January, and I wanted to talk about goal tracking today because I'm going to reignite my commitment to hitting my goals. And although I'm pretty good, generally for hitting my goals, I'm pretty disciplined, I'm pretty resilient, I'm pretty good at creating habits which contribute to my goals and ambitions. But there is a lack of a process or system behind my goals and how I set them. And one of my favourite books was actually a book called The 12-Week Year. And this is a process whereby it's a goal planning process, basically. It's basically splitting the year into 4 quarters, which are broken down into 13 weeks a quarter. So, and the idea is you have 12-week stints that you monitor every week, with a 13th week of reflection before you move into your next quarter, and the same applies. And the way it works is you structure, where do you want to be, I don't know, long-term goal, then reduce it to 10 years, 5 years, back to 1 year. Okay, so this is mainly focused around what you're setting out to achieve over the course of a year. So once you've got the yearly targets, you can then reverse engineer that into quarters. So where do you need to be after quarter 1 to be on track to hit that goal over the course of the year? Now, goals need to be pretty specific and measurable. That's most important. I mean, there is that SMART goals process, which I think is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. So all those things need to come into play when you're setting these goals. But then what you're then doing is you're setting the goal, you're then going to set what you're going to measure, what you're going to track about that goal in terms of achieving it. So just a simple example, using golf for example. Say my goal was to break 90 on a round. Okay, so the measurement of measuring that would be my lowest round score to date. So what I can do every week is I can populate that lowest scored round, and as I go through the month I can see what's happening. I can then break down how I'm going to achieve that breaking 90 score, and it's going to be a session at the driving range once a week and a round of golf once a week. I might only commit that to spring, summer and autumn, as golf in the winter is pretty grim. So you can actually factor the seasons in play based on the quarters as well. So what you've now got is this overarching goal of breaking 90. You know what the metric is, which is your lowest round score to date, which is what you're measuring against, and then you're breaking small little steps, actionables, periodic actionables of what's going to enable you to achieve that. So I'm basing that if I hit the weekly achievement of going to the driving range once a week and playing a round of golf each week, I believe I will achieve that goal. Okay, and it may or may not happen, but there's a logic behind that goal based on this model. So this goal that's the general consensus of it. Now, I break my goals into, I think, the different value propositions. So off the top of my head, it's spiritual, familial, financial, vocational, social, mental, and can't remember. Oh, physical is the last one. So I have a goal, or at least 1 or 2 goals for each of those areas, and I've then gone through that exact process as I've just given you with the breaking 90 example. But the 12-week year process is you're creating a spreadsheet or something that's a piece of software that's going to track this for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to be monitoring this every week. So did you complete your weekly actionables or your periodic actionables to achieve towards achieving that goal? And if you have done, you'll tick those off, and then you'll score your week. So have you done all the things you needed to do on that week to achieve it? And then you'll give yourself a score. And the idea behind it is if you're achieving like 80% completion rate every week, you're putting yourself in a very logically good place to achieve your goals. So there's a logic behind it, but it's the accountability. And the other thing I'm doing this year is that I'm having accountability partners. So I've got 2 or 3 at the moment. I might go up to 5, where we share the same spreadsheet. So we're scoring every week, but we can see how each other are performing. So it's the simple spreadsheet I've created. It's nothing overly creative, but it's following these principles. And believe you me, if you do that, I thoroughly believe you will achieve your goals for the year. And that's how I'm approaching it this year. So I hope that's useful. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. The moral of the story is we all set goals and targets, but very seldom achieve them. And the reason behind that is because there's no logical process or system which is underpinning or supporting those goals and targets you'll set out. You have that in place, you give yourself every chance of achieving them. So thank you as always. Please remember to give us a subscribe, share, like, comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All the information is in the link in the comments below and how you can get involved. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.